A baby girl born after a violent, deadly crash in Collin County will never know her mother, and right now she doesn't even have a name on her birth certificate. Heather Trimble was 8 months pregnant when she became the victim of a June 6th crash. It took her parents' lives immediately. Well, she gave birth to a little girl shortly before she died in the hospital, and the man who says he was set to marry her, to marry Trimble, says he is now stuck in legal limbo, unsure of what the future holds. He spoke with Fox 4's Allison Harris, who shares his story tonight from Plano. Allison.
Heather, that accident was devastating for so many, but one family lost 3 people. One of the victims gave birth hours after the crash and died several days later. As if all of that grief is not enough, there are now complications as to who will care for her baby. There are Collin County deputies who call it the worst crash they've ever worked. 5 vehicles collided on Highway 121 near Anna on June 6th. 5 people were killed. 3 of them were family. Julie and Wayne Trimble of Ivanhoe died at the scene. Their daughter Heather, a 24-year-old nurse in Frisco, 8 months pregnant at the time, was taken to the hospital in critical condition.
Disbelief. If that were to happen to anyone, you can't really fathom what's going on.
Doctors delivered Heather's baby a month before her due date. James Gardner says he was her fiancé and the father of that baby. He was at her side.
When I went to Heather's bedside, it was nothing but sorrow and pain, and then when I went to the nursery, it was joy and happiness.
8 days later, Heather died from her injuries without ever getting to meet her baby. She planned to name her Hadley. Somehow, for Gardner, when things couldn't get worse, they did.
I just lost my future mother and father-in-law and the woman I loved and was going to marry and spend my life with. I just lost all them, and I can't even grieve.
Gardner found out Heather is still legally married to a man she left 3 years ago. Gardner says this baby is his, but legally, Hadley does not have a parent. In fact, she can't even be given the name Heather wanted.
On her birth certificate, her name is November BG for baby girl, and there is no father or mother.
Gardner says her estranged husband signed power of attorney over to him, but his rights remain minimal.
I wake up, I file paperwork, I make calls to lawyers, caseworkers. Heather has passed away. What do you want me to do? She can't sign your documents now. And it's really mind-boggling to think that anyone would have to deal with this on top of the original crash.
Heather and her parents will be buried together on Thursday in Garland. Heather does have a child from that previous marriage, a 4-year-old named Matilda, and her father is taking care of her. Gardner says Hadley, that baby, should be released from the hospital here at Medical City Plano. He thinks that she will be able to go with him because he does have power of attorney. Heather?
Sad story all the way around, but Allison, thank you.